Good evening and welcome to the Always Smiling Faces podcast, Questions and Answers.
Hi.
The Steve Bruce special.
Good morning.
The Steve Bruce special. Jesus Christ. Okay then.
So I'll dive straight in with Francis Marshall, who asks, is there any chance that Bruce actually will be a success, or is he just another McLaren?
So he's never been really a success in his managerial appointments, has he? Like, if you're thinking Premier League standard.
He had one good season at them, that shall not be named.
Yeah,
he did.
Did he not get them the highest they've ever finished in the Premier League?
Yeah, I think second. Peter Reid was a bit higher.
Was it?
By one place or something like that. So he did actually be fair. He did well at something like that, to be fair.
Alright, okay. So he's just going to be another McLaren. I don't think it's going to be as bad as that season. But I think it's going to be...
Let's hope.
I'm worried.
Let's hope.
Oh, yeah.
I am worried.
So do you think we'll get relegated? I think that's a question. I'm not asking other people's questions. Carry on. I don't think it'll be as bad as McLaren. I think we'll probably have a similar amount of money to spend. We've only got, 10 days to spend it, or thereabouts.
There's too much deja vu for me at the moment.
Is it?
Bit too much deja vu.
The difference is we got a lot of players in, didn't we?
Good players as well, though. Let's remember, they're good players.
They were.
Wijnaldum, Townsend came in the January.
Shelby at that point. Shelby came in.
Mbemba, Mitrovic, Shelby.
Did Yamat sign at that point? Or am I wrong?
Yamat was before. Yamat was under Portugal. Aye.
Was he?
So there's got 5 players that came in that season.
Yeah, no, there was, absolutely. Mitrovic did, didn't he?
Yeah, Mitrovic and
Does-
Mbemba at the same time.
Does have a lot of similarities, doesn't it? The fact he's came in, nobody wanted him, spent a lot of money allegedly.
If he kept us in the division, I think he's done really well, to be honest. Judging what he's going to have to put up with over the season, if he can keep up, he's done well. And I would say this is his best. I still think it's his best team that he would ever have had.
100%.
Managed, yeah.
So he's got better players than he's ever had.
Young Mono, Kevin asks, are you confident we'll sign any more players? With each passing day, my confidence in the club to get deals done goes, and what player do you reckon we'll sign?
I think we'll sign a few more. Well, I think we'll probably about
2
2
that we've been massively linked with.
I think we'll sign 2, and I'll probably think we'll get a couple of loans in as well. But I think we're going to struggle to get rid of players.
And I think that's one of the things for me is we can only register 24 players in the squad, isn't it?
25
pounds squad, aye.
So
but people that are English or whatever it is, they don't count as a like they're already
under a certain age, isn't it?
And they've got them 2 youngins in the day, haven't they? Which I think were good, for that squad, because you got to remember Sean Longstaff has come from there, so they're missing a position there. Like people forget about they don't care about the youngins.
One's another goalkeeper. Which is
they've got that Bolton line, but they definitely need another goalkeeper. You do, because Donald and Elliott, man, or Woodman, they're not good enough.
And Woodman's obviously stepped up from under 23, so he's going to probably take that spot on the subs bench now. You would have thought this season.
Probably, yeah.
So obviously that's to replace.
There's big they care about that Bolton lad. Like I haven't heard of him. I'm not saying I know him, but I've heard a lot of good stuff about him. Like,
yeah.
But I think going back to the question, I'm really worried now. Like,
oh, yeah.
I wasn't at all leading up to it. I thought we're signing Joe Linton. I thought, hey, brilliant. I thought we'd sign this St. Maximum kid within minutes. Like I really did.
Yeah.
That's gone really.
You thought it was going to be an announcement in quick succession, didn't you?
I really did. I am worried now. Like I'll be honest.
That kid, that left back from PSG, that's apparently dead in the water now.
I'm a bit worried. I don't know about that because he's only on $4,000 a week. How on earth can you not negotiate with him? Sure, even if he asked for 1,000 times more than he's being paid now, it's only what 40 grand.
This news of it being dead in the water is coming from France, okay, and the French press are renowned for just spouting shite. Let's be honest.
Oh, that paper, by the way, over the years, the worst.
Is a GF?
Get French football, isn't it?
Terrible. I've never seen them being right once. Apparently, is that not the same paper that had that French guy that was going to be manager? They said, 4-year contract's done.
Probably.
He only landed there for a connection flight to go back home. That was the truth. So people believe anything, really.
So it leads on to Pasty Guy, Joe. So Joe sends in. Good evening, Chilcott. How many more players will we need to sign before the window closes? And given a little time we have left of the window, as well as Charnley's tendency to haggle over that extra 1 or 2 million, will we actually get the necessary business done?
Nah.
So that leads in.
I think we need more than 2 and 3. So I don't think we're going to get any more than 3.
The worry for me is that Bruce continues to say 1 or 2 more. And this isn't just a slip of tongue now, he said it 3 or 4 times.
I'm going to be fair to Bruce and say, well, what is he going to say? He ain't going to come there and say, well, I'm going to sign 408 next week. You're not going to say 4 or 5, but you're not going. Why would you do it?
He did say the other day, he did mention a few more, because he said that because we need to get a couple of strikers in. He did go on and he mentioned more than 1 or 2. He said that we need
He did when he got pressed on it, after on Saturday, wasn't it? And
if you're going to bring in 2 strikers
post-match.
Because you mentioned something about players leaving, you said we've brought one in or something, then you see we've already lost X and X and X.
Oh, absolutely, I agree. But if you're talking about bringing in 2 strikers, there is no way our football club is going to have Joe Linton, Mutu, Gale and 2 more.
Yeah.
Well, they're
still trying to get Gale shipped out the door, aren't they?
Well, you've got to try, because either you don't get rid of him then and you get Andy Carroll on a free and you just have your fucking lot. That's what you've got to do, in my opinion. I'm not saying it's right.
So yeah, I don't think we'll get as many as that we need.
How many do you think we need?
4.
How many do you think we'll get?
2.
3 total then, including Joe Linton.
Yeah.
So you're saying 5?
No, so I was saying like we need another 4 more.
Okay, alright.
I think we'll get another 2.
I'd actually be thrilled with 3 more. Thrilled. I think we'll be alright then. I say alright, what I mean by
I'll meet you in the middle. We'll go 3.
I wrote them all down on paper, every position, right, of how many options we had. And as a squad, it was alright. Oh, it was absolutely
fine. Do I think we're struggling at wing backs?
Well, maybe, but you know,
wing backs in midfield, the quality isn't there.
Centre midfield, like, you can't really have any more. I'm sorry,
but that means you're stuck with Colback and Survey.
Anyone's going to take.
We're not though, because you've got Key, Shelby,
Hayden,
Longstaff and Hayden.
There's 4
fighting for 2 spots. So we'll roll right down the pecking order. I'm more worried about Dummett getting injured and sticking someone like Colback at left back. That's what I'm worried for.
If he, Jesus Christ,
who?
Lazar.
Fuck me, I forgot about him.
You obviously got.
Did we not sign another left back last season as well?
That Baraka.
Baraka, who didn't make it. Well, he made one appearance, didn't he?
Just loan money.
Gone, aye.
He's gone.
Yeah, absolutely.
I could not remember his Instagram post saying I'm here at Newcastle or something like that.
Well, we'll get. I still think that left back will come in. Actually, and then that's going to give you Richie, that new lad. Obviously, if we play, it depends on what formation we play like. The right hand side, you've got Manquillo or Yedlin, and I'm worried about Yedlin's fitness categorically. So you're probably going to go into the season starting Manquillo.
Well, apparently that's the reason why he didn't go to China, because he was overweight and he had put some weight on.
I've heard he's big, like.
So that's the reason why he was left in Newcastle.
Very yeah.
So yeah, next one, Mark.
Neil Jr., when do you think Ashley will learn that if you want to buy players at a lower price, the time to do it early in the window,
Never.
not at the end? And you have to pay top dollar. He then also goes on to say, or do you think that leaving it late is the plan all along, so they run out of time and try and say they tried their best? I'm sure we're going to hear the excuse of Bruce coming in late as the reason we couldn't get deals done.
Yeah, but Bruce isn't in charge of these deals. I couldn't give 2 flying shites what Bruce thinks. He's not. He hasn't got sole responsibility.
He came in as head coach, isn't he? So
he's getting those players if he wants them or not.
Yeah. And that keeps getting rolled out, doesn't he? Is that he's got the final say? The manager's got to authorise it. They keep forgetting he's not the manager. They keep giving him this title. He's the head coach.
Was Rafa back the manager? So went from head coach to manager to head coach.
Just because he demanded it.
It's the same thing, isn't it, really?
He took the sign off the door. That's what he did. But it's the same thing. They'll not bring a player in. I still don't believe they'll bring a player in that Bruce doesn't want. However, Bruce will take what's given.
Yeah.
There's a difference, isn't there?
Oh, he's landing on his feet with his job.
Well,
that's
because
why.
they'll turn around him and say, "Oh, we've got him coming in. Do you want him or not?" Go on.
Go on. I'll take him.
Of course he will. Why wouldn't you? Do you know what I mean? Like at his level of what I'm trying to say, his level, he's obviously going to say yes to anything that comes in the door. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But he'll give it a go.
Do you kind of like? There's a. If you're being sinister in all this, do you kind of want a bid to come in for one of our players just to see what Bruce does?
What do you mean?
Because he said that he doesn't want to lose any player in that. So if Dubravka goes, because he's the one getting linked in this question later on, if Dubravka goes, he's fucked up within the first week.
It's not his fault, but
he came out and said that we won't be selling. Like so,
with
key players, didn't he?
I know, but he can only be told from above. So surely, and I wasn't in the room here, but surely when Bruce took over, I understand he's probably going to be a bit of a yes man, right? I get that. But one of his questions would have been, well, all right, so is there anyone you're planning on selling? Surely that's got to be a conversation he's had with someone. And 9 times out of 10, they've probably says no. You know, we've sold Perez because we had no choice, but that's it. So now he's obviously putting his neck on the line here by saying, no one else is going to go. And I agree, if someone did go, what side of Bruce would you say? Would he be like, well, I've been fucking shit on here
already?
Or would he be like, oh, well, it is what it is?
So there's rumours that Dubravka's got a buyout in his contract as well. And the figure's around 10 million. Jeez. If we sell Dubravka for 10 million, Jesus Christ.
So Darryl asked
that question. We'll call on, but
that would be terrible.
Darryl asked that question, do you think we'll sell Dubravka this window?
I say no, actually.
I don't think we will, unless there's a buyout clause in there. Then he's gone.
So
I'm being honest here. Right? If there's 10 million in there, he should have been gone the last day of the season.
As soon as the next transfer window opened, he should have been gone.
If there's only it's only 10 million, how? Come on. I'm saying keep us go for 56
Can you
million.
make these buyout clauses public? So like, can the agents physically go to a club and say he's got a 10 million buyout?
I think that's got to absolutely
has
happens.
to.
Yeah. How else would they know? That's 100% what happened with Perez.
Yeah.
Perez is
because there's no bids before. That was basically he's got 30
that he
million.
wants to leave the club. His agents put the feelers out saying, Perez is looking for a move. He's got a buyout clause in his contract. This is how much it is. Whoever matches that gets to talk to him.
The Paris rumours were bullshit. Over the weekend, he was at Lejeune's wedding.
So I heard this about Lejeune's wedding, but I'm sure I seen photos 2 weeks ago of Lejeune getting married.
He's got 2 birds, man.
Has he been married again? I'm sure I did, Like, I'm physically gonna have to go back, like, talk about yourselves, but I'm sure.
You nearly got a shower there.
Nearly did I.
I'm sure I seen Lejeune get married a couple of weeks back.
So he's been married twice then.
Am I just being dumb?
No, well, I
Did he?
Anyway, while you're looking for that, Rafa Facts.
Just an idea.
Rafa Facts asks. No, easy for you to say. Rafa Facts.
You got the Jesus Christ.
If you had to pick one of the following free signing striker options as a backup to Joe Linton, which one would you take the risk on?
There's only one. There's only one.
There's only one.
Andy
I haven't even asked you yet.
Andy Carroll. There's only one.
Carroll. So the options.
Absolutely full of shit. Get married the other day. I swear on my bed's life, I saw him get married the other week. I swear to God.
Yeah, didn't.
Carroll, Sturridge.
Maybe it was a rehearsal. What was the question?
So you've got to pick one out of the 3 free transfers of Carroll, Sturridge, or Welbeck.
Am I taking wages into account?
Who are you taking? Just doesn't say it. If you had to pick one.
Carroll. What did you go for?
Carroll. I wouldn't even touch the other two. I wouldn't even touch them.
I'd go Welbeck.
Don't get us wrong.
I'll probably do it in that order. Carroll, Welbeck,
Sturridge and Welbeck are by far a higher quality of player than Carroll.
I've got more of a game than Carroll.
Absolutely.
Sturridge is as injury prone as Carroll is.
He's more injury prone than I've seen anybody in. Like
Carroll's Welbeck's a bit more.
I honestly
less
think
fragile.
I reckon if Carroll woke up had a bad leg, he'd probably play because it's us. Welbeck and Sturridge wouldn't. I remember reading Gerard's book about Sturridge, and he would every single morning before a game he'd say, I've got a bit of a bad back, and Gerard had to go around and give him a pep talk how much they needed.
Do like a Michael Owen sort of thing.
All the fucking time. You didn't want that, man. You didn't want that.
You know what? If we were to bring Carroll back in, we're going to use him the same way as what like Stoke used Crouch. Last 10 minutes, if you trail high him up, I'll take it. To be fair, like
I would take it, but how old is he?
Carroll,
28?
He's late 20s, isn't he?
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. He's not quite.
Oh, he's not past it.
I thought he's about 31. I thought.
I don't know.
Nah, he's not.
I thought he'll find. I thought
he was like late 20s. I thought he was about 29.
28, 29. I think.
We'll have find
Facts.
Out.
So you get the podcast.
Neil JR
Facts.
asks, do you think
30? So
he's 30.
Don't think it will happen, but what are your opinions of Carroll returning?
I'm all for it, me. Like Joselu out, Carroll in. Like,
I'm all for it.
I'll take it.
Imagine the last 20 minutes him coming.
If you can get him on the right type of
I'm not
deal.
sure about 20.
What, sorry?
Not sure about 20 minutes.
If you
last
can
10
bring him,
minutes.
if you can
He's
bring him
not
on,
dead, you know. He's not. Crouch was 46 or something, man. I'm sorry, like he's only 30. He can fucking do 20 minutes.
I'm not sure if he can, with his injury record. I'm not sure if he can make 20 minutes.
Mickey Quinn could play 20 minutes.
Nah, definitely not.
I'm just kidding.
I liked Crouch, you know. He wasn't.
No, it's not about Crouch.
You know, he's touch, the way he's linked up play and stuff like that. He was fantastic.
Listen,
he didn't have to run around a lot, but you
get Carroll in.
Good at bringing players in.
You get Carroll in on some kind of highly incentivised contract of some description. Yeah, you get a basic wage, but if he scores,
what do you mean by basic wage? Yeah. Like, what's he going to be now in West Ham? Let's take everything.
He's going to be a big money.
And when does his contract run out West Ham?
Now,
it's finished. Right, so he literally doesn't have a contract. Right. So what do you say for his basic wage?
I can understand he hasn't
20 grand.
He hasn't buggered off to bloody China or America. Like
me biggest worry is his lass is a London lass, and she loves London, doesn't she? And I don't know if he wants to leave London. That's my only worry. But anyway, what were you saying? Sorry.
So basic wage. Are you going to stick him on 20 grand a week?
Well, it's not my money, so I give him out 40, 50. I don't really care, but probably 20 odd.
They're just massively incentivised, as in
massively.
Minutes on pitch,
goals,
sort of stuff.
Yeah,
like appearances, goals,
assists, all that sort
really
of stuff.
give it. He's not going to. I'll give him 20 grand a
it.
goal. 20 grand a goal.
He's not going to accept.
He'd already header a 20 grand a goal. I even play football manager. 20 grand a goal.
20 grand a goal.
Well, hey, why not? I would. 100%. 20 grand a goal.
He'll go and get a contract somewhere where he'll get money and he'll sit on the sick bench as he has for the last. He's
a type of player like QPR would have bought a few years back. He's that sort of player, isn't he?
Absolutely, yeah. Sambas of the world. But I would.
Or Sunderland would have bought him because they stopped buying.
I would take him on a highly incentivised.
Let's bring him home. Bring him home.
Stephen Jones, due to the news that both proposed new signings we were in for have failed to agree terms, and Charlie is refusing to give them the wages in line with other players. Is Charlie the main issue on the day-to-day running of NUFC and the reason we don't buy players?
So we're talking about wages here. I want to go back to what we said last week. Apparently Lazar's on 35 grand a week. Okay. I don't believe we're not going to pay 15 grand a week for this left back.
Totally agree with you.
I don't believe it.
Totally agree with you.
Well, even the Danny Rose one.
Bollocks.
An extra 10 grand a week.
An extra 10 grand.
Don't believe it.
That's the thing I threw on the floor there. I reckon that article about Rose was as much bullshit as that.
Yeah.
If not more, actually, I'm going for more.
You mentioned saying that you literally played in the Champions League.
Oh yeah,
final, didn't he?
Yeah, and he's not coming to us for starters. And even if he did, he is not sitting on the table. Well, 50 grand will do, lads. Bollocks, man. Yeah. He's going to want about 90 or 100.
Of course.
It's just people fall for it as well, man. It's even worse. I see people going, "This club are a disgrace, but can't even get him on 50 grand a week." Can't whack your head off the wall, will you? If you think he's 50 grand a week, fuck off, man. Haven't got a slightest thing.
Coming in and Shelby's making more than him.
Exactly. Jojo Shelby's on more money than him, and Rose will be, it's fine, that neighbour. Just been in the Champions League 10 minutes ago, but don't worry about it, it's fine.
You get an extra 10 grand at Paul Dummett,
It's unbelievable.
So Jonathan Oliver, he raises a point that I kind of just touched on earlier. Why is Ashley obsessed with getting the deal done for an average Brazilian who our former manager rated at less than half the price we paid? It's bent as fuck.
So we mentioned the last podcast we haven't watched, and you thought there might be something dodgy about the deal. So something a bit corrupt about it.
I hope I'm massively wrong and Joe Linton goes on to be an absolute world beater, and the reason that we've done this deal is to get it through the door in the hope that in 4 years' time we can sell him for £140 million.
Yeah.
If you go on the basis of like Almiron, I know you say that we haven't paid it, but he's 24 million apparently, right, for him. He was no one. Nobody. Right. To be fair,
I didn't hear his name, but I don't follow MLS, but I haven't heard of him before.
In many people's eyes now, he's still no one at the moment. And that's 24 million. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So like, it's not. And you've on about the way that football's worked. Go back, he bought Mitrovic. Fuck now, no one knew who he was. And how much was he? 15, 12, 13, 14,
12 and a half on thereabouts.
So I totally appreciate here that's a dramatic,
huge
increase. But football has changed a bit. It has changed, and as much as I agree that
did have a lot of goals, albeit in the Belgian league. He played well in the Champions League. He was a Serbian international, so he had stuff to back it up.
A bit more pedigree. Almiron certainly did for me. Like, and you paid 24 for him. You know what I mean? But I agree though. It does smell weird, doesn't it? Since you mentioned it, I didn't really think of that, to be fair. But it is. I
hope I'm
we're
wrong.
Judging him too early though. Like, I've seen fans just slate him already. And
here's one from Neil who says, on a scale of Shearer to Riviere, what level of striker do you think Joel Linton will be for us?
Teddy Sheringham. I hope.
Never played for us.
I thought you mean who played for us?
Sorry. Jesus Christ, Teddy Sheringham played for us.
I missed that. Sorry.
I thought I'd slept through that whole season.
CC?
Nah. CC's underrated, man.
He was class.
I'd love him to have it.
I would love him to turn out like CC.
I loved him.
That first season and a half.
Bit further down. Who can go a bit further down?
Stefan Gavage.
Oh, he's bright bottom of the list.
Fuck me.
He's lower than Riviere.
He is.
Leon Best.
Oh, I love Leon Best.
I'll take him as Leon Best.
Got you. Leon Best
was a grafter. Love and Crans.
I love Leon Best.
So we're going Leon Best.
Yeah, that would be brilliant. We're paying $500,000 for him.
If he can get in
a bit better.
You know, he's
it's a big one. I'd love if he was going to Leon Best.
What's Leon Best doing these days?
$500,000.
recent history, you're looking at him, you want him to be up there with Remy.
You want him to be Shearer. You want him to be Alan Shearer.
We've literally just compared with £40 million striker to Leon fucking Best.
But that's because we've got no idea what this kid is about. What he's capable of doing.
About the pressure that he might feel? Because I am. I'll be honest. He's given the number 9 shirt. He's really, really young.
But the thing is if we're to believe what's been said, is he wanted the number 9 shirt. He wanted to take that pressure on, and because he understood what it meant.
You're hoping.
Now, how much of that's been put into his
if we're spending 40 million on him, I'm hoping he's going to be, obviously Shearer. I don't think you're never going to come close to Shearer, but I'm hoping he's going to be up there with the likes of Remy and Demba Ball. That's that sort of player.
Yeah, I would expect so, for the money.
But what we brought those in for is obviously Remy was only on loan. But I'm sure we weren't paying a great deal for Remy when the bid had been accepted, and he pissed off to QPR in the end. Yeah. So £40 million a lot, but it's just the way football's going. That's all that you've got to look at it.
Yeah, you're right.
If he can be anywhere near as good as Demapo, dreaming.
Happy days.
Dreaming.
Happy days. We're probably going to release clause for 7 million in his contract. No one else think we are.
41 million.
That's being
quick.
You've just got to hope that it's that the thinking we'll get him in now, in the hope that his stock rises.
He's been linked with some decent clubs as well. Like Liverpool were heavily linked with him last season.
Well, look at West Ham signed, for a similar amount. Another player that's played out in that league and has got similar stats. Although yes, he has had a bit more success in previous seasons. But again, unless you're regularly following German football, you haven't got a clue who these players are.
It's like CC. I know CC had a great score in Germany.
Was CC? Yeah.
I know, but people have brought in. Like I was like, no idea who he is. Like I only just seen him for videos on YouTube. That's all that it was.
Kabay, everyone still wanks over him. Crikey, I remember when we signed him, a lot of people were like, "What? Who's this guy like from? He's not going to. He's too little. He's too this. He was only cost for 4 million. He's absolutely running the park every single game. So you know what I mean? Like you've got to give players time, and it's funny because Almiron's been given all the time in the world, and he hasn't scored yet, and that's great. I'm all for that. I'm all for giving him time.
Of everything was seen, and because he was Rafa's number one target.
That's a very, very poor.
He was talked up and If Rafa came out and said, "What about I absolutely want to sign Joe Linton, and we couldn't get it done this time, but he's somebody that I want to go," then everybody would be wanking themselves daft.
If Rafa was still here and Joe Linton had been brought in, like we would be living the dream, wouldn't we? He's the best ever.
That's where it's wrong, though. Yeah. It's fucking wrong, man.
That's what we touched on the other week around some of the stuff and the negativity around the places. People are choosing to be negative. So, which leads nicely on to Jordan Morris, who says, "Do you think some fans like moaning for the sake of moaning?"
I like him. Is it because he's profile? Aye, he's class him. I've followed.
So what was the question?
Do you think some fans like moaning for moaning's sake?
Aye, he's right.
100%.
Do you know what it is? Newcastle fans on social media, I don't think it's a very good representation of Newcastle fans as a whole.
No, it's terrible, mate. It's shocking now.
So
I'm sorry.
I'll follow that up with some positivity from Liam.
Right, okay.
So Liam says, "Do you think we have to get relegated and stay out of the Premier League to get new owners? Because let's be honest, Mike Ashley only wants us in the Premier League to pocket the TV money."
Right. So yes, I agree to a certain point. He makes a lot more money being in the Premier League. He does. With being in the Championship, he didn't piss off. I think if we hadn't been promoted, I still don't think you would have pissed off. I think if we get relegated to League One, I think you probably will piss off, but then I'll be shite scared of who we get taken over by.
Do you know what I've got? I'm sorry, I'm going to go a bit left field here, but I watched the video of the day, right? Steve Race.
A video?
Do you see it? A clip on it. Have you seen it?
Choose Newcastle. Choose Big Market.
Half the goals were in the 3rd division or something, or 2nd division. Half the goals that went in. Share this goal for David Kelly. What? So that's
when we're good.
I'll rest my case. That's it. I've rest my case. There you go. I'll rest my case. It's true, though, isn't it?
Liam, we don't want to get relegated, man. We don't want to spend.
You want to get out the 2nd division? Get David Kelly.
Get your best back.
Can you imagine though? But truthfully though, people are going mental now, and we're still at the moment still in the Premier League.
Like the pinnacle of
Newcastle
United.
He's going to go back to them days. Fucking 2nd division, no. I don't want to go back there. Fuck off, man. Fuck off. Ridiculous shite I see, you know, honestly. Ridiculous.
I'm
sorry, I apologise.
Do you want to message Jacob Murphy? At any point? Get out your system.
I choose Jacob Murphy.
Liam asks, how have we gone from terms of sale agreed and completed every aspect required in a takeover to no bid ever made and stuck with Mike Ashley forever?
Because the bees are
Who's telling the pork
full
pies
of shit.
It's gone very quiet, hasn't it?
Full of shit.
Well,
I mean, full to the brim.
What, to the point where there's been no takeover whatsoever?
I mean, to the
like,
point
no
of it
bid?
coming out of it, like, filled all the way up.
but Mike Ashley
Like, so
confirmed
no,
in
not
his,
even a mention
Due
of
diligence
takeover.
was never done.
Mike Ashley
Nothing
confirmed
was,
in his statement that there was.
What did he confirm? What did he confirm?
He confirmed that
The last
that
bid.
there was the last bid
Ah.
with the prince,
It-
and that he was haggling over 10
What
million.
did he say? The last bid. Is that what he said? Them said that that'd been the Premier League in fucking fitness right tests or whatever were getting done. Utter bullshit, man. It never even got that far.
how
They
do we know?
offered some. What?
How do we know?
Because he didn't even accept the bid. He's openly said that they didn't offer enough. He hasn't accepted it. No, hang on. They've offered something.
It
He
wouldn't-
hasn't.
it
He's
wouldn't-
wanted an extra 10
It
million.
wouldn't be the first time that Ashley's moved the goalposts, would it?
Right. So tell us how he's moved the goalpost this time.
So if you remember, one of the last statements that were put out with BZG was along the lines of, if this deal doesn't get done, it's of no fault of ours.
No, didn't say that.
They did.
It
It
said
said-
no fault between either.
Yes, it said either. It said both sides. So it
Said that
so
both
don't
would have
just.
done.
So that's
that's
it,
why
that's
the
it.
Bibles are thick, you know. There's people just make things up. It is though. That's why people read one story over there and then change.
That was
it.
nearly as thick as these fucking printers.
It was that.
Paper you
No,
printed off
but
earlier.
that's true though. That's people just tell porkies there and they say we left it out there. I'll leave this bit out because
Twist it up,
great.
like.
He fucking did.
It's part of my agenda.
Keith Bishop out here.
Well, where's Pete the DJ now? Fuck off.
Pete the DJ.
Where is he? Where is he now? Capital FM guy. Where's he gone? Come on, where's all these in the nose gone? They knew nothing, man. It was all bullshit.
Where's Alan Robson gone?
Ashfaq, you were right. The only one that was right was my mate at work. I fell for it. Hey, I fell for it. I thought they were outside the night having curries with the Premier League loving life. I thought it was all going to happen. I told you so. I was 98%. I was in there, done. I bought a camel, man. I was there. I was all in.
Guzzling oil.
I was going to come in with awesome and 2 cans of oil. I was in.
Anyway, back in the room.
And it's bullshit. The whole lot was bullshit. Sorry.
Nah, there was some truth in it. Thompson,
Hey,
what league position do you think we'll finish?
bottom.
With the squad as it is? With the squad as it is? Bottom?
We're back to last season. Oh, no, we're 17 last season. 17 last season.
17th. No, I'm kidding. No.
So
Come on, with the squad as is. Where do
I
we
would say
finish?
15.
15th?
The question
Yeah.
it's a good question because think of squad, right? So let's take out management and coaching here. Squad, where would we finish?
15.
Now add the management of it.
Bottom.
That's a good point though. That's a good point. That's the point I think's true. I think the squad is capable of 15th. Like I really, really do. You look at some of the shits in that league, man. We're better than Brighton. We're better than Sheffield United. Crikey, man. We're better than some teams in that league. I worry about the management.
We
And
should be better than
We should be. Like,
Sheffield. That's come up.
we've got a lot of players in that team now.
Villa,
The
Norwich
seasoned
we should
Premier
be
League
better
players.
than.
The seasoned Premier League players in that team.
Southampton's struggling.
Shite.
He then
Shouldn't
goes
say
on
so
to say, what difference would 3 more relatively unknowns make to this prediction? So if we get through the signings that we're being linked with, what would that then do to
Now you don't like him, but I would love to get this St. Maximum guy in.
I cannot say I don't like him because I don't
Can I get
know,
the message up, please?
I don't know much about him. What I have said, I'll say it out loud to everybody, is that everything that I've seen and read about him from people that watch him week in, week out, don't think he's good enough. They don't think he has any end product of creating chances of scoring goals.
So am I getting
He's
that
a
on or
fantastic dribbler. Is the only stat that I've seen that calls out of something positive about him.
So I'll say it again. We might get such another Almiron.
He brings more than just being a fantastic dribbler, though, doesn't he?
But you're saying there's no end product, no assists and no goals. Almiron's got 0 assists, I believe. Is that true? Or he won a free kick or some shite.
He got 1 assist, but ended up with a free kick. Yeah.
Now, and listen, I am not criticising
He's
Almiron.
created
I like
a load of
Almiron.
chances.
I love Almiron, right? I do. But that's why also I still believe sometimes stats can be just
If I remember right,
misinterpreted.
Almiron's assists, well, the shot that he had at Pickford, which he parried out,
Yeah.
then the one where he got fouled and Rondon scored the free kick. Well,
but look how many chances he's
no, not disagreeing, but stats wise,
but I'm saying about this kid. If this kid, if he runs it at fullback for 90 minutes like that, the amount of free kicks and chaos he's going to cause, get him in. I love players that'll just get it.
I'm all for players that are going to break someone's ankles, like.
Yeah. Now, don't get us wrong. He might have no end product, but he's a young kid though. He's a young lad. You know what I mean?
I refer my Exhibit A.
Jacob Murphy.
Well, I've never seen a highlight video of Jacob Murphy like this kid, like. And I reckon you could go on his entire career and try and snip anything that gives you what I've seen of this.
But then I go back a few years
so
back.
So you're happy to spend £20 million on a 21-year-old?
We're paid 12 for Jacob Murphy,
unknown. Well, this is my point though. And you it's
not my money.
You constantly
it won't affect my children.
But you constantly complain about the fact we paid £12 million for Jacob Murphy.
Because it's a lot of money, right?
You'd be happy to spunk 20 million.
Yeah, I would.
Just on somebody you've seen on YouTube.
I would spunk.
But experts are constantly telling you he's not good enough.
Expert, tell us them, please. Come on, give us them. You tell me the best expert you've heard that's watched it. Tell us.
Tell us. If we sign him, I want to be proven wrong.
Can we go back just a few years back?
From Jara watches them on Video Sport.
No, this is regular people that are watching. People that are regularly watching French football.
Who?
Journalists, commentators.
You see that
this isn't just a random person.
No, I get what you're trying to say. I've seen some kid on there saying that if we pay £18 million, we've been robbed.
Exactly.
Being robbed, you know. Bollocks.
80 million quid's not that much in football.
Is it shite? Yeah. And these days,
12 million was a fortune for Jacob Murphy.
It is now when you look at it though. But come on, this kid for me is the type of kid that you literally could get you on the edge of your seat, a bit of excitement. Yes, he might not have the best of end products. Fair enough. But what player could we sign that's going to have the
so we do sign him. Mm-hmm. How long is it before he runs into the full-back 17 times without delivering a ball?
The first game.
That everybody is chucking pelters at him and saying he's...
Let's just hope he gets a bit longer than Tovan and Kabila. Let's just put it that way.
And these are players that came with big reputations.
What do you do then?
For a small amount of money.
What do you do then? All right. So you're saying that you're worried about these experts.
So come only sign players that are proven in the Premier League now.
Exactly. What do you do? What do you do?
No, but
bring Townsend back.
That's the thing, is when you looked at players who had signed before, is that they at least had a bit of pedigree. They had something, to historically look at to say they've done X, Y, and Z. When you've got this many people saying, "Hold on, this kid looks like a bit of a dud to me," I think
you're seeing the same tweet just liked by loads of people, and it just keeps appearing. Oh, he said it again. Someone else has said it. It's the same guy.
It's you tweeting about Jacob Murphy.
No, I have to disagree there.
I'm gonna flip around. I'm not comparing the two in any way whatsoever. But when Man City bought Raheem Sterling, he got pelters for not being able to finish, not being able to create a chance.
You tell me that Raheem Sterling didn't have a good career at Liverpool.
But when he went to Man City, for God knows, for the full season, was it not the full first season? He was garbage, absolute garbage.
But had he played very well at Liverpool before he went there?
Well, he had, yeah.
There you go then.
But what I would say though is you've been, and I like this from you, is you said the same thing about Joe Linton. Give the lad a chance. Let's get behind him. So
his goals on ratio is shite.
Let's
be honest.
It's not very good. So if we get this new, all what I'm trying to say, the final thing is, as a player, he's got pace. He loves getting forward, getting at players. He's got skill. For me, I'm excited by that. I'll be honest, I am. All right, he might not have scored 42 goals and has the best assist rate. He's got more dribbles than Messi, though. I'll take that.
You've got one more question.
Very last one, because it is topical.
Okay.
From Gav. So, hi guys. After everything that's gone on this summer, will you be participating in Boycott Arsenal?
I won't be there. And it's not because I'm on holiday or anything. I'll definitely be outside the ground.
I'm 50-50 at the moment.
Would you like to phone a friend? Ask the audience.
I haven't got any.
As things stand, I am boycotting Arsenal.
So you're saying as things stand, what would have to change for you not to boycott Arsenal?
Well, now I guess nothing really.
You could bring another 5 players in. I won't be there. It's one game.
It's quite annoying for me because this is the first time in God knows how many seasons that I can actually make the first home game of the season because I'm normally on holiday and I'm going to purposely miss it. So
there's no change in your mind now. So as things stand, as you said,
it's unlikely to change. I don't know, unless we bring in 6 or 7 players that are going to.
Jesus Christ! I'll see you outside the ground then.
I don't know.
6 or 7.
It's, something major would have to happen for me to go
on 20 million and call Saint Maximin.
Get in the 3 players. Ashley then suddenly announces he's leaving.
Sack Bruce. Bring
Rafa
back.
Do you know that guy who does the parody thing for Steve Bruce? The voice. He's really funny. I don't know if you've seen him. I don't know his name.
He's Steve Bruce impression. Shit.
It's not the one that was doing the Rafa one all the time, was it?
He done one the day that I've seen, and he said he was like, "Well, we're not going to sell Sean Longstaff. He's definitely not going anywhere." And he says something like, "But if you call back in a few weeks, I've probably been sacked, so he'll probably be available then." Like it's really funny the way he put it across. Like literally, he's going to last a matter of weeks. The only reason I'm 50-50, honestly, right, is I kind of like. This is going to sound really sad when I say this. I feel like for the players, like I do.
I get
do,
that.
and I think like that I feel like I don't know. I just feel that I should be there supporting. I don't know, and that's why I'm 50. I'm really 50-50. I really am.
As you know, I've always been of the opinion of that you need to get behind the fans. I don't like to have the negativity in the ground.
It might not be negative then if everyone's not going to go on. So.
Well, that's one good side of it is that if but I think a bit like what you were saying before around the fan base on social media doesn't really represent the actual fans.
Not at all.
And I think the people that are most vocal about the boycotts and not going and giving up your tickets and you're a scab if you are going to go and you're part of the problem, these are people that they don't go to games anyway. They haven't been for years and years. There was some kid that I seen yesterday. There you go. There was some kid yesterday who was going on about everybody should be boycotting the games, not going, shouldn't be fueling Ashley. And somebody asked him the question, when was the last time you went to a game? 13 years ago.
Is that the one in 2006? So you said the last one was like UEFA Cup game.
So
it's just shit, that, isn't it?
Why? You haven't been to a game for 13 years. You have not been boycotting Ashley for 13 years. You just can't be asked to go. You've got no intention of going. So why shove it down people's throats about that your opinion is so right?
It's a popular thing to do at the minute, isn't it?
It's bollocks.
It's a popular thing.
Do what you think is right. What you believe. If you want to go, you'll go. If you don't want to go, you'll stay away. As we've said, we're happy to stay. Well, I don't know if I'm happy to stay away, but I'm going to do it because I think it's the right thing to do.
And how many do you think they'll do it? Like, what do you think the attendance will be?
I think anything. If the attendance is less than anywhere below 30,000, it's a success.
I don't
Unbelievable success.
Yeah.
I
don't think
so. Anything more than that, and I think we'll failed once again.
I think it's probably going to be
43, 44. I think
38,000. I think.
Really?
I think it'll be less than 40.
I think that would be a success, actually, less than 40.
Do you reckon?
I do, honestly, I really do. I think less than 40 would be
Well, then you look at it, and the first game is going to be less than 40, then the one after it's going to be a sellout. Like,
yeah, which
what you've also got to remember is the actual attendance that will be given won't be correct.
Because mine will count. Mine will count.
I will be there in the figures because my season tickets.
It's not bums on seats.
I do worry. I also, it's against Arsenal, and they're going to bring 6,000 fans.
No, because they also are talking about boycotting the game.
Well,
won't happen. Won't happen. Won't happen.
We don't even know if our fans are going to do it, man.
It won't happen. Like, I'd be very surprised to see an away.
Like if we had somebody,
I don't necessarily think it'll make a heap of difference, but
it won't.
It's least I can say I did it.
The reason why I think it probably won't is just
it's to make a point, isn't it?
Unless you think he's lying on this part as well, like that he said that he can see himself having this forever, the club forever. Now, bearing in mind everything that's gone on recently, it's been the biggest heat we've ever tried to give him outside. He's shot literally everything. And he still says, well, I'm still going to sell.
Is that just because he can't see a buyer coming in, though, rather than that he doesn't want to sell?
No, I feel like there has been
buyers. Buyer there.
I feel like there has been buyers. He doesn't want to sell. He doesn't. And no matter how much heat and pressure we've been putting on and trying, and we've not been going to be shops or whatever we've been trying to do, it still hasn't changed the line of I can see myself having it forever.
It does not make any difference. It doesn't matter if that stadium is empty because he still gets paid 150, 200 million pound every season, regardless, for being in the Premier League. That is the top and bottom of it.
It is, unfortunately.
We're done.
Unfortunately.
Do you want to sign out?
That's it. This has been my last one for a while.
Why?
So I'm on holiday. Oh, unless we do one next week. I might
Well,
come.
we've got Hibs tomorrow, isn't it?
If we do one next week, I'll be here. Well, we've got Hibs on Tuesday, St Etienne on Saturday.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, thanks to GEORDIE Gifts, sponsoring the podcast, and thanks to Guillermo Clothing. You get 10% discount on both of those if you use the AWSF pod code at the checkout. And that's us done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, good night.
Adios.